Have you ever wondered why some people seem to connect effortlessly with anyone they meet, while others struggle to make a single genuine friend? Could mastering just 2 simple principles transform every interaction into a source of mutual trust and harmony? Hello and welcome back to Polite Soul Reflections channel. I'm Vawen. Today we'll uncover 2 foundational insights that, once internalized, will unlock the door to deeper, more rewarding relationships in every sphere of your life. Imagine entering a room and feeling an immediate warmth from those around you, as if an invisible thread of understanding binds your hearts together. That thread is woven from 2 essential fibers: authentic presence and compassionate curiosity. Presence grounds you in the moment, allowing you to listen deeply and respond sincerely. Curiosity opens your mind and heart, inspiring you to seek the other's inner world with genuine interest rather than projection. When you bring authentic presence to an interaction, you offer the rare gift of your undivided attention. Instead of mentally rehearsing your next comment or worrying about past awkward moments, you tune into the person before you, their tone, their gestures, the subtle shifts in expression. This level of engagement communicates respect and safety, encouraging openness and honest exchange. Compassionate curiosity then guides your questions, phrasing them not as interrogations, but as invitations. What inspired you to choose that path? How did that experience shape your perspective? With each thoughtful inquiry, you signal that their inner life truly matters to you. Over time, these 2 principles reinforce one another. Presence deepens curiosity, because when you're fully attentive, you naturally notice the nuances that spark compassionate questions. Curiosity enriches presence, because the more you understand another's story, the more invested you become in maintaining genuine connection. Together, they transform routine conversations into soulful dialogue, turning acquaintances into allies and strangers into friends. In the coming minutes, I illustrate these concepts through real-life stories from a CEO who revitalized her company culture simply by practicing mindful listening, to a teen who bridged a generational divide with her grandmother through heartfelt questions. You'll learn practical methods for cultivating presence, grounding techniques, small rituals to anchor your awareness, and ways to navigate common distractions. You'll also discover how to cultivate curiosity, crafting open-ended questions, embracing the unknown without judgment, and honoring silence as part of meaningful exchange. True mastery of these 2 points does not require grand gestures or elaborate strategies. It begins with a siskel breath before a greeting, a genuine smile offered without expectation, and a mindful pause to clear your mind of distractions. It grows as you practice inviting others into their own stories, celebrating their vulnerabilities, and reflecting back what you hear with empathy. From the instant you learn to pause and truly arrive, every conversation becomes a chance to weave trust. Picture arriving at a family gathering, and instead of scanning the room for familiar faces, you take a breath, let go of to-do lists and expectations, and make eye contact with the first person you meet. You listen to their voice, not just the words, but the emotion coursing beneath them. That simple shift transforms a perfunctory greeting into a moment of genuine human recognition. Consider the case of Daniel, a senior executive who inherited a high-pressure division where turnover was rampant. Employees felt unseen and unheard, and morale hovered near rock bottom. Determined to change the culture, Daniel instituted listening round. Small groups gathered over coffee, where he listened exclusively, without interrupting or defending. At first, participants were skeptical, so used to performance reviews and status updates that they couldn't imagine leadership simply listening. But as weeks passed, they began to open up about hidden frustrations and unspoken ideas. Daniel's presence signaled respect, and his compassionate curiosity unearthed innovations that no one had dared propose before. Within months, voluntary turnover fell by half, and a renewed sense of ownership spread through the team. Authentic presence also strengthens personal bonds. Imagine a parent who, after a long workday, sits on the floor to play with their child, while checking email or glancing at a screen, but fully immersed in the game. The child feels genuinely valued, and that nurturing attention forms an emotional bank account of trust that will pay dividends through adolescence and beyond. Later, when the teenager faces difficult choices, they will remember the undivided presence of their parent and feel safer seeking guidance. Compassionate curiosity, the second pillar, invites us into the rich terrain of another's inner world. It means asking questions that go beyond surface details. Instead of, "How was your day?" you might say, "What part of today made you feel most alive?" Such open-ended prompts give space for heartfelt sharing. When your friend describes a moment of insight or discouragement, you reflect back what you hear. It sounds like that interaction left you feeling both excited and uncertain, giving them the gift of being truly understood. Take the story of Priya, an introverted artist who struggled to engage at networking events. She felt overwhelmed by small talk and retreated to the sidelines. A mentor encouraged her to focus on deepening one conversation rather than flitting between groups. At the next gathering, she approached a fellow painter and asked, "What story do you most want your work to tell?" The artist's eyes lit up, and they spent an hour discussing inspiration and technique. That single, heartfelt exchange led to a collaborative exhibition and a lasting friendship, proof that genuine curiosity can convert strangers into creative partners. Cultivating these qualities requires practice. Start with brief daily rituals. During your morning coffee, choose one person you'll greet with full attention and conscious presence. Make a mental note of 3 observations about their mood or body language, then check in later and see if your perception was accurate. Likewise, develop your curiosity muscles by preparing one thoughtful question before each meeting, outing, or family dinner. Notice how these small shifts alter the texture of your interactions. Silence also plays a vital role. Compassionate curiosity does not demand constant probing, rather, it honors pauses as opportunities for reflection. When someone finishes speaking, resist the urge to fill the void. Breathe, allow their words to resonate, and then respond from that space of quiet empathy. Often, it is in the pregnant silence that the deepest truths emerge. Science supports the power of these practices. Studies in social neuroscience show that active listening increases levels of oxytocin, that bonding hormone, enhancing feelings of trust and cooperation. Neuroplasticity research reveals that neurons wired together through repeated experiences of presence and empathy strengthen those networks, making compassionate engagement more effortless over time. Of course, obstacles will arise: old habits of distraction, judgments that close the heart, or anxiety about saying the wrong thing. When you notice resistance, treat it with the same kindness you would extend to a friend. Acknowledge your discomfort. "I'm feeling nervous about this conversation," and proceed anyway. Each courageous step deepens your capacity for meaningful connection. As these 2 principles take root, you'll find relationships of all kinds blossoming: romantic partnerships grounded in mutual understanding, friendships buoyed by authentic support, and professional collaborations fueled by genuine care. You become a beacon of presence and curiosity, drawing others into spaces of safety and creativity. Thank you for watching this video. If you've experienced a breakthrough by embracing authentic presence and compassionate curiosity, share your story in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Here's to relationships that endure, uplift, and inspire.